Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the city of Louisville is forced to deal with the aftermath of the latest mass shooting to take lives of innocent people here in the U.S. And an Eastern Kentucky sheriff offers his condolences to police in Louisville after they were forced to deal with tragedy in their community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Tuesday, April 11th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon. Brandon, you're not solo today.
I know. I'm glad to see you this morning for sure. But yeah, it was a nice day to be solo yesterday. That's for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice day again today. High pressure continues to dominate our headlines, but it is a bit of a chilly start. Not as cold as it was yesterday, but still a bit chilly. Let's go to Somerset this morning. Take a live look downtown. Not a whole lot of traffic out there this morning. Just a few folks out there moving around. Temperatures, well, we're seeing 30s and 40s. No 20s and 30s out there this morning. Looks like our cold spots are 35 in Clintwood and Grundy this morning, and it looks like our warm spot is 50 at the National Weather Service office in Julian Carroll Airport up at Jackson. The out the door forecast, lots of sunshine. Please get out there and enjoy it today. I cut the grass yesterday, and that breeze was just blowing. It was perfect weather. Get out there and do a little something today, and we'll talk about some things you can do coming up here in just a few minutes. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. At least 5 people were killed yesterday when a bank employee opened fire on his co-workers in downtown Louisville. Authorities say the suspected shooter also died after exchanging fire with police. At least 8 people were also injured, including a newly sworn-in police officer. Jared Hill has the latest from New York.
Heartache in Kentucky after yet another horrific mass shooting.
333 Main, Old National Bank. Another caller advising possibly 8 to 9 people have been shot.
Police responded within minutes yesterday morning to multiple 911 calls of an active shooter at the Old National Bank in downtown Louisville.
I got a call from my wife panicking that she was locked in the vault, that there was an active shooter in the building, and call 911.
Louisville's interim police chief said the suspect, identified as 25-year-old bank employee Connor Sturgeon, was shot and killed after a shootout with responding officers. 4 victims, all employees of the bank, died at the scene. They were 63-year-old Thomas Elliott, a close friend of Kentucky's governor, 64-year-old James Tutt, 45-year-old Juliana Farmer, and 40-year-old bank senior vice president Joshua Barrick, a married father of 2.
He's a big guy, and just had a bubbling personality, and you could tell he loved his family.
Last night, police said a 5th person, 57-year-old Deanna Eckert, also died. Among those injured was rookie Louisville police officer Nicholas Wilt. He was on the job just 2 weeks. Wilt was shot in the head and is stable but in critical condition.
I just swore him in, and his family was there to witness his journey to become a police officer.
After the shooting, authorities searched the suspect's home. A law enforcement source tells CBS News an AR-style weapon was used in the attack. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Police are still trying to determine a motive for the attack. President Joe Biden expressed his sympathies to the victims and praised the quick reaction of the Louisville Metro Police in saving more lives. He also called on Congress to pass legislation to curb gun violence. Governor Andy Beshear ordered all flags on state buildings to fly at half-staff until sunset on Friday in honor of the victims. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has shared his condolences for everyone affected by the shooting. Senator McConnell sent out this message on Twitter Monday morning. He said, quote, "Elaine and I are devastated by the news coming out of Louisville this morning. Thank you to LMPD and our first responders for your bravery at the scene. We send our prayers to the victims, their families, and the city of Louisville as we await more information." Law enforcement agencies in Eastern Kentucky are offering condolences to police in Louisville after the shooting. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Department was the first to send police vehicles to Floyd County after the Allen shooting. Floyd County Sheriff John Hunt says the Louisville shooting has left officers in our region heartbroken.
You know, to see the headlines or first read our text message that came through to us was about the 2 Louisville MPD officers that was injured, and man, that just hit a certain part of our gut. You know, from not long ago did we experience that. So that had some emotions with us, and we just couldn't help but feel sorry for everybody involved, and our hearts are broke for all of them.
Sheriff Hunt says he was called to action in Louisville a few times while on duty at Kentucky State Police Post 4. A man charged with stabbing another man to death is telling us about the crime from jail. The murder happened early Sunday morning in Powell County. Devin A. Hall is in jail, charged with killing Jordan Smith. Hall gave his comments about the stabbing from jail. As WYMT's Phil Pendleton tells us, Hall had recently spent a short time in jail for another crime.
Just stabbed him once.
Devin Hall says he just snapped early Sunday morning when Jason Smith and his ex-girlfriend came to his home on Frames Branch Road.
They pulled up before I did. So they was already there. They was sitting outside whenever I pulled up from work. And they was talking and stuff.
Police say Smith died of a single stab wound.
My life's over. Ain't nothing coming. As long as I don't have them girls in my life, I have no life.
The murder happened just over a week after Hall was arrested on a burglary third charge. According to court records, Hall was accused of chasing his ex-girlfriend into the manager's office of a local gas station to get away from him. He's then accused of unlawfully trying to get to her to attack her. He ran off when told police were coming. He was released from jail the same day, though, on what is called release on recognizance. Police also charged another person, 56-year-old Tanya McKinney. She is charged with abuse of a corpse and tampering with physical evidence. Police say that she provided a liquid that was then used to try to burn the body. Hall's arrest early Sunday followed what neighbors described as police flooding the area to look for him.
We heard a bunch of sirens coming this way, like they was in pursuit of chasing or something. And then we heard a loud boom right down the road down here.
In Powell County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Hall says he fears he will never get to see his 9 or 5-year-old children again because of what happened. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up next, charges are brought against the mother of a 6-year-old boy accused of shooting his own teacher while in school. Stay with us, that's on the way next.
And weather-wise, it's a little bit warmer this morning, and then upward trend will continue later today thanks to another day of sunshine. I'll tell you about our next chance for some rain in about 3 minutes.